nice, but they get the job done. Tonight, we're diving into The Nice Guys, Shane Black's 2016 neo-noir buddy comedy that gave us the most chaotic duo since Lethal Weapon. Our boys, Russell Crowe and Gosling, who I fucking love in this movie. He's awesome.
Ditto.
Give you guys a little background on the movie. So this is, go ahead and picture 1977 Los Angeles. There's smog in the air. There's porn in theaters. And two completely unqualified guys stumbling into a major conspiracy. The Nice Guys follows Holland March, a washed-up private eye, and Jackson Healy, a hired thug, who team up to find a missing girl and unravel a plot that somehow involves the porn industry, the auto industry, and a giant talking bee. So we'll get to that. But we're going to hit the best quotes, weirdest moments, what aged well, what aged weird, and why The Nice Guys might be one of the best buddy comedies of the 2010s that nobody saw. So, gentlemen, if you could buddy up with an oddball detective for some mystery caper, who are you picking up? And what's your go-to cover story?
Like anybody?
Anybody. Assuming that you actually want to do the work and figure shit out.
If I really want to find somebody and find out what they're into, I'm probably picking my dad.
Like the way Russell Crowe is in this movie is how I think your dad envisions himself.
Two things. Here's two things with my dad. One, I'd feel safe around him. He's a large man. I don't see us being an easy target as far as let's go jump those guys. Two, he's really smart and pessimistic. So I feel like he would see the worst in somebody that we're following and put us on the right track, because we're not going to follow anybody that's into something good.
Yeah.
So my dad.
CK?
Are we thinking like fictional people or real
people? Anybody that you want.
My brother is very disciplined and intense.
His eyes are like this. His eyelids were removed when he was a kid.
Just use his eyes to question people.
Tell us what you know.
And they'd be like, all right, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll clip your eyelids.
I guess my brother.
Okay.
Not bad.
Although he would just be on my case the whole time.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah.
I think you've got to get somebody who is not afraid to talk to people and shake things.
Yeah.
Somebody that is extroverted. And I don't know who.
Like a Johnny Mott.
Oh, my God.
If we're doing fictional people, fictional characters, Russ Cole.
Russ Cole, baby.
Ooh. If we're doing fictional.
Or Batman. Christian Bale, Batman, the greatest detective in the world.
Fictional, I can talk to anybody and shake things up.
You really can't beat those two that I just said.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't beat Batman.
Christopher Walken.
No, I was going to. So I'd probably go with Denzel.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Because he can fit into a white or black community.
Doesn't matter. He'll talk to anybody.
He can get in, even the Spaniards.
Well, I like those picks.
My man.
My man. So let's do some quick facts on the movie. So it came out in 2016. It's directed by Shane Black, written by him and Anthony Bagarozzi. What a name.
Never heard of him, either of them.
Never heard of him. Produced by Joel Silva. Though.
Heard of him?
You probably heard of him.
What's he done?
Never.
Oh, you've heard.
Comedies, right?
Yeah.
Like Seth Rogen movies, possibly. Yeah.
So you got him. You got main cast is Ryan Gosling playing Holland March. You got Russell Crowe playing Jackson Healy. Oh man, Holly March, the daughter. I can't pronounce this girl's first name. Her government name is Anjuri Rice, I think.
Angerie.
Angerie. Angourie.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you take a stab at it if you want to.
Angry.
Oh my God, he did The Matrix, Joe Silver.
Hey, boy.
Wow.
So,
not the original, it's the second too.
And you got Kim Basinger playing Judith Kramer or Judith Cutner. So,
what a hag.
Which one is that?
Oh,
the mom.
Eminem's mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't live that role down. Once you played Eminem's trailer park trash mom, you're stuck.
She still got it, man. Yeah. That girl is a stunner. All right. We talked about this earlier. Nobody watched this movie. And it's similar to some other stuff that we've reviewed in the past that kind of got a second life and reruns and stuff. Budget was $50 million. Box office worldwide, 62.8. That ain't great.
Yeah.
You got Rotten Tomatoes. You got the critic score is 91%. Audience score,
wow,
79%. 2016 that year, you had Deadpool, you had Captain America: Civil War, you had Arrival, La La Land, and the fucking Angry Birds movie.
President Trump.
Well, you had that too. I think people might have been preoccupied.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
They're nice guys.
They're really nice guys. They're good hombres. So, didn't really get many awards, but critics did love it. It picked up a few nominations for Critics' Choice Award, Best Comedy, but the box office kind of ruled out the sequel. They were not. I would have liked it.
They left the ending open.
Yeah, they did for a sequel.
Yeah, they sure did.
Totally could have done.
They said we still owe people money here at the studio.
Honestly, this movie could absolutely do a sequel. The way that they shot it is great. The plot line isn't too difficult to follow.
Russell Crowe maybe
it's not trying too hard, but there's just so many good moments of action and comedy in it with the family element of it too. Brings like a nice, I don't know, it kind of softens it a little bit because one of the detectives is a total goofball, and that's Gosling. But he softens up the movie, man. He's great, and him and his daughter have a great dynamic in this. She's a fun watch in this movie. Before this movie, Gosling had Drive. He had The Notebook, Crazy Stupid Love. He's a known entity, but he hasn't done like that many comedies. I mean, if you want to say Crazy Stupid Love, yeah.
No.
But
yeah, it's a comedy. It's a rom-com.
It's a rom-com.
You laugh a lot in that movie. It's a comedy.
Yeah, but I studied that movie.
We have Russell. All right, he's in Gladiator. He's in A Beautiful Mind. He's in L.A. Confidential. He's fucking crushed it for a long time before this movie. So,
American Gangster.
Yeah, boy, he's in so much stuff that at this point it's like, I don't know. This is his fat phase that he got into.
He's still fat.
He's still in it. He's not.
So I was gonna say, I don't know if they could do a sequel because he might be too big now.
You're probably right. Well,
I mean, dude, he dove through like 3 windows in this movie, which, by the way, no way that was him actually doing the dives.
Yeah. I don't think so, man.
You can tell it's
we'll get to some limited research in a little bit. This was the daughter's breakout role. Later, she does Spider-Man: Homecoming. She does the HBO show. I don't know if you guys have seen it, Mayor of Easttown.
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah.
It's good, man. It's really good.
Really good.
She's in that. Career after this movie, I mean, nobody's really like took off after. These guys are all known entities prior to this, so not gonna say anybody really took off. The daughters in Mean Girls, they did like a remake of it like in 2024, but I haven't seen it, so I can't give you any insight on that.
No, I love the original.
The original is awesome. That's actually on our list of stuff to do. It's a great movie. So alternate casting is a fun one. Suggest that Robert Downey Jr. was originally considered, but
white or black Robert Downey.
I was a saucier down in San Antone.
I'll find her.
Some crawfish, yeah. I got some crawfish, yeah.
Amelia.
Give me that man. Sikorsky. He would have been fucking hysterical in this, dude. He's a great actor, man, and he can play this role. But ultimately ended up going with Gosling and Crowe in mind when they wrote the movie too. So, but RDJ does get a cameo in the movie.
Really?
Oh yeah, we'll get to that later.
I got a good alternate for Russell.
Well, give me that, because who would have, what would have worked, or who would have worked in any of these roles outside of these guys?
I think he might be a little too old, but Kurt Russell could work.
Yeah. Kurt could do something like that. It's got to be like somebody that's got rugged nature to them.
Tom Hardy.
Too young.
That might have been too young.
You need a guy can still beat ass, but he's older.
Yeah, for a role like this, because he's got to be almost a down on his luck type detective that's seen shit. Even though Crowe's character in this is not really a detective.
It's like he wants to be,
but he wants to be.
Yeah,
exactly. He wants to be a PI, but he doesn't. Was he not pass the test or something like that? I don't know. Something like that during the movie that you find out. But Gosling's physical comedy is pretty fucking awesome on this. Crowe's plays a straight man role. It's great. I don't know that I would want to recast these guys, but that is a fun what if. Like, who would play Gosling's role?
I feel like the whole movie is just that you cast these two actors.
Yeah. I mean, they wrote it for these guys.
Yeah.
So it's hard to think that anybody else would be in this. Particularly love the scene. We'll get into best scenes and stuff like that, but where they finally meet the mom, and she's the head of the Justice Department, and he sees the assistant and is like, "Can I get her card as well?" And
Yeah.
just down to do what.
I got one for Russ Crowe.
Go ahead.
Dwayne Johnson.
That's a different kind of movie. Tell me this. What's the last good movie that you've seen The Rock in?
The Rundown.
Yeah.
2009.
20 years ago. 20 years ago. It's not that it's not for lack of trying. I mean, the dude tries. He's not bad.
Samuel.
But he's not great. Maybe.
He might have been too old, too, at the time. I don't know how old he is.
So
Clint Eastwood.
That's Clint Eastwood is
90
decaying by the time this movie comes out. I agree that in some instances, maybe you could do like him or a Bruce Willis type, or somebody that can just play the straight guy on this. That's probably a little bit easier role to cast than switching out Gosling's character. Maybe a Jeff Bridges type too.
Oh my God.
He pops up in all of this fucking
Spacey.
research.
He keeps coming back.
Spacey.
No.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
When has he ever
Real
been...
Spacey or French Spacey?
When has he ever been a physical beat you up kind of?
All right, I got one for Gosling. Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, he could do it.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, that's not bad.
He could do it. Pretty
Joseph
much.
Gordon.
Nah.
Now we've gone too far.
Okay.
Now we've gone too far. But yeah, I mean, there's certainly guys that could play the roles. I just don't think I would like it as much, or it'd be a different movie. They'd rewrite it differently. It's funny that it's set in L.A. because these guys, even though Crowe is fucking Australian and Gosling's Canadian, but they're in like every L.A. type movie that you could think of. These guys are so LA that it's hard to cast anybody else in there.
Bradley Cooper.
I don't know if he would be able to do the physical comedy.
Franco.
James Franco?
He could do it. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah, I could see that. But the character chemistry is pretty solid. So Gosling and Crowe are pretty damn good together. So you would have to pair people that are good together. So what you're suggesting to me is that fucking James Franco is going to play the role of the goofball, Who's that? Leave Seth Rogen to play the straight man.
Well, Russ Crowe could be
This Pineapple Express.
Russ Crowe could be Gerard Butler.
Hey, now we're talking. We got Den of Thieves 1 and 2.
Yeah.
There, and he's.
I don't know if he has the
motherfucker, too.
comedy aspect though.
I don't
Crowe
know.
is funny in this.
Crowe is funny in this.
I don't
Butler-
think, dude. We might be going too deep on the what-ifs. I think they're perfect. So
it's a great pairing, man. So the themes in this movie are, 1970s corruption, smog, porn, car companies covering up emissions.
Smog is a thing.
Smog, dude. The smog stuff is so fucking funny. So tell me, let's dip into the 1970s stuff for a minute. They do a pretty good job of bringing this back to the 70s, from the set to the shit that they do.
The props,
Yeah, the props,
clothing,
Outfits, yeah.
everything is well done.
the phones on the hook.
The 13-year-old daughter, 14-year-old daughter driving a car.
Yeah.
Go to your friend's house. I don't care if you're out playing at night
Yeah.
past 9 o'clock. It's fine.
Oh
It's
my God.
fine. It's fine. It's great. Even
Cigs inside.
Mhm.
cigs inside. So many cigarettes in this movie. I fucking love it.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes you think.
Without them,
I'd
the
like
movie
to-
sucks.
Ask somebody that actually grew up in the 70s, like our parents, what they like. Does this seem accurate, or is there stuff that's missing or off?
Well, there's a lot of cash in here, which really didn't go away until maybe like 10 years ago. But there's cash. There's, and on top of the outfits, you have like, God, even the interactions that the people
Mhm.
have with the phones and stuff. I always love seeing a fucking corded phone. My kids would have no idea what the hell that is.
No.
A wall phone? What the hell is that? It's wow.
Drinking during the day.
Drinking during the day.
It's a good old boy thing.
Hey, buddy. It's They do a nice. Even the sets on architecture, the furniture, like everything is very 70s, and I can speak to that a little bit because we've seen some houses around us that are nobody's touched them in 50 years, and it looks at it.
The vibrant colors inside the houses.
Oh yeah. Melody. Neither guy is a hero, but Holly is kind of the heart of the movie.
Mm.
Now, I don't know how to dive into that further, but dude, look at his fucking suit. Jesus H. Christ.
Well, she gives the most irredeemable character a chance
Mm-hmm.
to
Hang on one second. Kyle, can you get away from the microphone? Because I can hear every breath that you take. Every breath.
Sorry, I thought it was too far.
No, we can hear you loud and clear, bud.
Hear my heartbeat.
I can hear your thoughts.
Yeah, she gives John Boy a chance and saves Russell Crowe from becoming a murderer once more.
Which I was disappointed.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's not like, it's a very little girl take on it. We can't possibly kill him. And
I liked it.
you liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I didn't like it.
You thought it was a nice touch. I would have loved to see him snap that guy's neck.
Yep.
Well, but he already did. He killed the first guy, so you
He
get
did
to see
kill
him
the first
change.
guy.
He's trying to. He's got. If you would have killed him, it's like, oh, he didn't change. You didn't learn a thing.
Yeah. You didn't
So-
learn anything. But I don't know. She
And
is,
it goes to show he cares about Holly
yeah.
as like a uncle.
Yeah. That is what he
'Cause
is.
she
He's
says,
kinda like
"I'll never talk to you again if you kill him."
Yeah, as if they are gonna talk again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have her sitting at the lot where the house burned down and reading her books because she can't get over the fact that their house burned down with their mom in it.
Yeah, and Russell's kind of filling. He's not like filling in as a dad, but he's stepping in because Gosling is not being the best dad because he's still grieving that his wife has died in a fire.
Mhm.
So Russell's like sees, oh, you're letting your kid run out in the middle of the night into a fucking lot to read books.
Exactly.
So he's kind of filling in a little bit.
Exactly. He takes a paternal role, which is interesting for somebody that we don't think has kids or we don't know anything about.
Side note,
background other than his ex-wife was fucking his dad.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
His dad?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
I'm fucking your dad.
Jesus.
And he was like,
what?
dude, they have the sickest cars in this movie.
Oh, the cars are awesome, dude.
Cars are awesome. Sig's inside. Phone's on the hook. Take me back.
Take me back, baby. Even the like the bar scenes. Honestly, bars really haven't changed that much.
Yeah, bartenders are still dicks.
What's in it for me?
Oh, I know. Your fucking face.
And honestly, the facial hair and stuff, it's all about what we're at right now.
Yeah.
Like it's back. The hair, everything. Now we can't be as physical anymore, which is a problem. There's something nice about that, but we got comedy under pressure as another theme. So everything that can go wrong does several times in this movie, but the only thing they still keep like Gosling fucking. I swear to God, he should have died like 7 times.
Oh yeah. Well, he even acknowledged it. Says he thinks he's invincible.
He goes later on in the movie, falls down. He falls down off of.
I thought of that.
You did.
When he falls down the hill, I went, he would have broke his neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that he sees Nixon when he falls in the pool, and he's like, "No,
no."
That was an interesting story, though. Like, from that guy's perspective, imagine dying and you see
Nixon.
You're like, am I going to hell or something?
That just came to me. I forgot that Russell told him that. He's like, why wouldn't you just tell me you can see things from 2 different perspectives?
You go through this whole long, crazy story.
Just tell me that. Yeah, this movie has so much good dialogue in it. It's just real good banter back and forth, which makes me wonder, like, have these guys done any movies together before? Or is this the first one?
No, they hadn't even met before this, I think.
Oh, my God. They were fucking great, man. I don't know how much time they spent together, but they were on point.
Well, they would have done another one of these if anybody watched it.
I would vote for it. It did have like this crazy second life once it went on Netflix and other streaming services. It's just a shame that it was fucking bottlenecked at the box office with other relatively average fucking movies. I guess no one was.
Yeah, movies with not really much substance to them, but they were way more in the public eye. Like Deadpool and what was it, Avengers and Deadpool. And even Angry Birds is going to get all the kids, and the parents are taking their kids instead of them going to the movies.
Exactly. And this was like the beginning of that Marvel craze.
I fucking hate Marvel. I hate Avengers. I hate all that bullshit. I'm a DC guy.
You know, I'm not even a DC guy. I'm a Batman.
That's what I mean.
But
Penguin.
I like Spider-Man though. Spider-Man's cool. He's Marvel.
I like the first Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too.
With
the
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, dude. You don't like those?
No.
Which one do you like? The Andrew Garfield?
I got you for 5 minutes.
Hey, freak show. You're going nowhere.
You're going nowhere.
No, I don't like Tobey Maguire.
Neither do I. But he plays the role great because Spider-Man's like a little nerd bitch.
I don't want my superheroes to be nerd bitches.
Well,
okay, so you're a DC guy.
Yeah. You're a Batman guy.
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
actually, the Hulk with Eric Bana, that was good.
DC is what? Batman, Penguin.
Well, Penguin is part of Batman, so
Superman.
Yeah, but all the other ones suck.
Superman sucks.
Green Lantern.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Aquaman.
It's all Aquaman.
Are any of the other ones good?
Wonder Woman is DC.
Turn the page.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh God! All right, let's do best scenes. We got several to pick from here. We've got the movie on in the background to keep us loosely engaged while we're bullshitting on this movie. The stall scene.
Yeah.
As far as like physical comedy, that was great.
It's great. You've got, I like the scene, it just popped up on the TV a little bit ago. They go to the airport to find Amelia.
The airport hotel.
Yeah. Excuse me. And they go up. They know that John Boy is there now, and he's killing everybody. They don't even get off the elevator. They just see a bunch of guys dying and hear people like, no.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're like, okay, and back down.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
John Boy was
He was a wild man.
when he showed up. He was creepy.
Yeah.
The girl,
Incredibly creepy.
Holly.
That was my favorite
Grabs the
scene
gun.
when she grabs the gun and she's like,
That
yeah,
was
I
sick.
see right through you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's right. Get your ass.
You're not the first piece of shit I've met,
There's
Mhm.
cuffs behind the bar. Lock yourself up,
Yeah.
asshole.
bitch.
And somehow they let him get away. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also thought the first scene was like a masterpiece of the movie. Just the car crash and
I already know.
the boy walking over. I just thought it was really good.
Okay, so
Is that what you? That's the only thing that you noticed.
That's it. I thought it was really good. The kid covered her up. He's a gentleman. So
So for those that haven't seen this, the opening scene is a kid sneaking into his parents' bedroom late at night, goes while they're sleeping, goes under the bed, pulls out a nudie mag, and starts walking down the hall. And he flips the page open to porn star Misty Mountains. And like most teenage boys, I think we know what he's about to go do. And then a car runs off the road that is maybe 100 yards from their house, and it's pretty elevated, like their house is down at the bottom of this hill. And this car rolls right on through the house, and the dead body or dying body of this porn star, Misty Mountains, is basically in his backyard or front yard. I don't know what part of the house it is. The parents don't wake up, which I found odd.
I think maybe they're dead.
But it flies like right through the kitchen, though. It doesn't like the parents have nothing to do. But this kid goes out to check on her. She's got tits out.
I didn't even see that.
You didn't see that. That's crazy. And she says, "How do you like my car, big boy?"
Yeah.
Before she passes out. Now you come to find later, that's the title of this
Experimental film.
that they've been working on. And it's a pretty good opener. Anytime you get cars, action, boobies, it's hard not to get glued into that. So it's a good opener scene. They go from there to meeting Russell Crowe's character, right?
Yep.
And
Brass knuckles.
whipping ass on some guy that is
banging a 13-year-old.
Yeah, basically banging a 13-year-old, which is freaking gross.
He's like, I'm the man.
Yeah, tell me I'm the man, because this guy's got pot or something.
Yeah.
This girl. And so you get a glimpse into, all right, well, this dude is a bad dude, but he looks like he's doing it for the right purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So people that need shit done, he's basically a fixer. Then he goes and does it, but it's usually for good reasons. There's no.
He's using his powers for good.
Yeah.
With great power comes great
Spider-Man shit. So you got that.
Tobey Maguire said that.
No, Tobey Maguire's dad or grandfather.
That's his uncle, dude.
His fucking
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben. I like his rice, but that's it.
That's a different Uncle Ben.
Oh, okay.
That's Uncle Ben.
It's Spider-Man had a black uncle named Uncle
Yes,
Ben.
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm being an idiot.
I know you like the party scene.
The party scene was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it was
That
just like
really
a
captured the
dream party.
feeling of the 70s, even though I don't know if they really did that. Music was awesome. I love that he's like, "You're in the pool? What were you doing in the pool?" Because I had to question the mermaids.
I was doing my job.
What were you
the hell
doing?
were you
And
doing?
he's like, "Okay, you're right." Looked like an awesome party.
But the whole movie, they can't go anywhere without Gosling getting a drink
Yeah.
from somewhere. So clearly he's got a drinking problem that's leading into some of this clumsy knucklehead shit.
Granted, his wife died.
True.
In a terrible fire.
That he couldn't
He couldn't smell.
Great backstory is he can't smell anything because he got hit in the head a few years back.
I love that he's like, you're a detective and you can't smell.
Yeah.
Like that you really need your smell.
Yeah,
So
what
for
am I, a
some reason,
dog?
It does feel like if you're a detective, you should have a good smell.
Yeah, I
but-
guess.
Where's your heart?
Yeah.
Well, that's not really thoughtful. I like that scene. I like I like Holly throwing cold coffee, not knowing.
Yeah.
And, the bad lady's assistant. Thought that was great. Another example of them doing something, it not working out, but somehow working out.
Yes.
You would know if you watch a movie, guys. She throws coffee on this chick.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not even hot. What the fuck are you doing? And then, but the chick then slips on it and knocks herself out. Yeah, the drunk questioning of the mermaids is great. Best lines. Unless you guys got any more best scenes.
My favorite best line. I've been holding this in. Don't say and stuff. Because I say and stuff.
Don't say and stuff. Just say there's whores here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Don't say, and then she's sitting with one of the porn stars later.
Yeah.
She's like, don't say anal and stuff. Just say anal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it makes you think.
One of the opening quotes, marriage is buying a house for someone you hate.
Yes.
That was
Oh, wow.
Yes. That was a Russell Crowe.
Oh, he also said something else. They asked him when he was at the bar, God, some like pessimistic question, and his answer was marriage. I forget what it was. Do you remember when he's at the bar?
Oh, I was like, what do you call it? He was like,
Yeah.
they have bodyguards, just like kind of guys that have their balls chopped off.
Yes. They're
What's that called again? And he's like, marriage?
yeah. And he says Munich, and he was like,
Munich.
that's a place. You mean he wanted to say eunuch,
yeah.
but
Like spider.
it's a place in Germany.
That's a place in Germany. You mean eunuch? He's like, yeah, that's what I said. I also like that. So there's the small scene at the very end of the movie. They are sitting in a bar and they decide they're going to open up their own shop and work together. He does this. He said, have you ever seen the bad breath tie?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm going to use that on my kids as soon as I get back to wearing a fucking tie. He pulls his tie up and he goes, see, all right, you try it now.
And then curls it back.
And he throws it down. I actually cracked up.
Yeah,
on
that was good.
It was great.
Oh, I like when they have the they go to the protesters and they're trying to talk to him like, can't talk to you, man. We're dead. Yeah, fuck you, man. We're dead. We can't talk to you.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I'm hip.
Yeah.
I'm with it. But seriously, where the fuck is Amelia?
Yeah, I feel like one of the thoughts I had was I feel like a lot of movies from these time periods have very negative portrayals of hippies. There's not very many movies that are like positive for the hippies. Like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, similar vibe to this movie, by the way, a little bit. Like everything that has to do with hippies, they seem to.
Well, I think they're easy to hate on.
Yeah, they could use a movie where they're like supported a little bit.
Well, dude, here's the thing. This is why they're easy to hate on. Because they're typically associated with psychedelics, overuse of psychedelics. So they're kind of like, and they're like super liberal. So it's easy to, which is weird because you think Hollywood would like support that. But at the same time, they don't.
Well, no, I'm not saying either position is right or wrong. I think they did some good stuff and they did some bad stuff. I'm just saying it's like really heavy handed, the shitting on the hippies in every movie from the 60s and 70s. Like we should do a movie where it's like, I mean, dude, there's plenty of content there. I'm sure there were cool hippies. I mean,
Well, sure. But like, what are you going to portray in the movie? Like,
well,
This was a cool guy.
Okay, you want me to come up with a plot for a movie right now? Okay,
right now.
Okay,
on the spot.
you could follow somebody that is like a teen. Let's say it's a girl, and she's in a family that is like coming out of the 50s, and they're very strict and stern. And then she kind of discovers these hippies, and then she goes on this journey, and some of them are evil hippies and some of them are awesome, and she just keeps going from place to place and finding like and living this life. And then a lot of them at the end of it, they did end up settling down because they were like, okay, well, we can't actually just live in fucking communes forever. Somebody's got to do the dishes. Somebody's got to. They figure out, oh wait, this is why we have society, because can't
just grow a bush and do anal every day.
Oh god,
that combination. It's a bad combo.
It makes me think of Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's another example.
It's
another example. They prop up all like not. I mean, they should do this. They make the veterans look great, which they should. But then they really shit on the hippies in that. All the hippies in that were like, maybe not all of them. Like the ones at the. I mean, we're getting off of that.
No, maybe another plot instead of like a girl growing up in the 50s is a guy coming home as a veteran and gets embraced.
Yeah,
takes a psychedelic, and now he's not depressed anymore.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Bam, and there's boobies.
Does anybody die?
Hippie boobies.
And okay, here we go. Somebody comes in and tries to rob them or something, and he's like put away his violent past, but all the other hippies are like peaceful. They don't know how to fight, and now he's like, I have to protect my group of hippies with my skills from Vietnam.
All right. Well, who's playing this role? Because right now,
I didn't hear any boobies in that.
Yeah, that's
there were boobies on the floor when the guy comes in to rob them. They were all
okay
in the commune.
Because I think people will get on if that's involved.
At least one guy will.
Who is playing? Unless you tell me Al Pacino is the hippie.
Well, he's fucking 92. I don't think he can be.
She's got a great
Could be. I will say,
he could be the old like LSD wizard hippie.
Who, walking?
Welcome. No, maybe they're both
walking.
You try this; it'll take you to another world.
Take your shut up. This is a booby commune.
Listen. Even the boys
want to see your boobies.
Bush and boobs.
Jesus Christ. All right, so another movie I won't be watching.
I'm up.
I like the scene in this movie. It's, I guess you could call it the climax. Bang. Where the shootout's going down. They're trying to get the film. And John Boy's going for it. You got all these security guards going for it that work for the auto industry president or whatever. And Gosling falls off the fucking thing and into the pool. He sees the Nixon mirage or whatever. And then finally meets back up with.
I love that he actually finally shoots somebody too. They've been shooting just.
Yeah.
He finally gets somebody.
Finally, dude. And he meets up with Crowe, and Crowe like does a double take, and he's like,
"How are you wet again?
How are you wet? Did you fall?" He goes, "Yes. I swear, I think I'm invincible. I don't
dude.
think I died."
How about when John Boy's at their house and Russell's like, "Gun," and it goes out the window?
Oh yeah. I remember that in the trailer, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
great.
a good scene.
That was great. That final scene, too, that I mentioned with the Brad breath tie, he also says before that, March is like, well, look on the bright side. Nobody got hurt. And Healy's like, people got hurt.
A few of them.
And,
well, they died quickly as well.
Well, I'm saying I think they died quickly. So I don't think they got hurt, per se. You mentioned the horrors and stuff. Don't say and stuff. Oh my God, dude. The kid on the bike. How did I forget about this?
Yeah.
The kid on the bike. They go to investigate where the hell Amelia is. They
Dean's
find
house.
Amelia's boyfriend's house. And guess what? It's fucking burned down. So they're questioning some of the kids that are in the area, and they see this kid on the bike, and they're like, "Hey, kid, you know this guy?" He goes, "Yeah, It's a damn shame. Yeah, tried to get myself into this movie. They're working on experimental films. They're like, what is it with these kids and
He's like 9.
experimental films? This kid,
Yeah.
I swear to God, this kid was like 10 max. And goes, yeah, tried to get involved because I got a big dick. And they're like, what the fuck?
Nobody wants to hear about your dick, dude.
Nobody wants to hear about your dick, dude. And he goes, well, I got a big dick. So $20?
Yeah, $20.
Sure.
I already paid you $20.
I already paid you. You know what? Why am I saying this? I love that scene, man. $20? We already paid. What am I saying? Also, you meet Holland Marsh in the beginning of the movie, Gosling's character, and he's sitting down with the widow.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I haven't seen Fred. He's never out this long. And you see Gosling look up at the mantle and he sees an urn that says Fred on it. And he goes, how long has he been gone? And the woman's like, since the funeral. Okay, well, we can start right away.
5,000?
Was that supposed to be like dementia or something? What was that?
I have no idea, but you just get that's like a good intro to like, yeah, he's a PI, but he's a slippery little fucker. And he's like, okay, well, I'm not going to say no to this.
Yeah, later, Russ Crowe's like, I can't work with you. I can't rip off old people. And he's like, yeah, that's why I'll call him. I'll do that.
I'll rip them off.
Yeah, you just.
I'll do that. I'll take care of that. That's not a big one. Do you got any more best lines?
I do like when he's taking notes at the when they find the mom. What's her job again? The defense
She's like
attorney?
the assistant, or she's the district
Department of Justice.
Department of Justice. That's what it is. Department.
And she's like saying all this stuff about porn and the porn industry, and he's like, okay, yeah, so porn is bad. Got it.
Dude, she pulls up. Kim Basinger's character pulls up after the shootout at the party, right? And she rolls down the window. And she goes, and she's like trying to introduce herself. She's like, I'm so and so. And he's like, okay. And then she's like, I'm the head of the Department of Justice. And Gosling's like, that tells me basically nothing. She's like, I'm Amelia's mom. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we can work with that.
We can work with that. That's great. And I also love that he's got this client, Misty Mountain's grandma.
Yes.
And this whole time she's like, I swear to God, I've seen my granddaughter. I know she's alive. She's out there. What was that bonus I paid you for? And he's like, well, hang on.
We actually got a lot of info.
Got a lot of info. And then they finally go in and see what she actually saw, which was
the
projection of the movie that they were working on, the experimental film that they thought had burned up, but they found this extra set sitting around somewhere. So any other best scenes? I mean, we could go on. I could recite the whole fucking movie because I think it's just a fun watch.
That's what's next on the list.
We got What Age the Best.
Yeah, I guess this movie is almost 10 years old. Doesn't feel like it, but
no, it feels like they made it yesterday. Honestly, that's one thing that's good about these period pieces that have been made in the last 15 years. The cinematography is good. You don't have to wonder when the fuck they made it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really say any of the technology or anything like the stuff we usually talk about. Like, also, like the language, like the one she says retarded at one point, but that's typical for the time period. So.
Yes.
What about Yoo-Hoos?
Yoo-Hoos, wow, still got them.
Yeah, they still got them.
So that aged pretty well. The chemistry between all the characters I thought was great. That aged really well.
Porn,
God, it's
gotten better.
Well, I would say in some ways yes, in some ways no, but it's certainly more prevalent than it's ever been. Look at OnlyFans.
Not enough bush.
Okay.
The bush.
Accents and such.
If you want to be part of this commune, you're
God.
gonna need the bush.
The 70s aesthetic is great. That's still funny, man. Everything they do in this is still fucking funny.
Their style.
10 years later. The style. I gotta say, man, they cast some gorgeous women in this movie. Really?
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, look at Gosling's outfit, dude. Are you fucking shitting me?
The outfits are
Shane, can you imagine wearing that into the office?
I gotta say, dude,
If I wore
70s
that
style.
The 70s style.
Some of it is bad, but some like I love the
You like the big
collars back.
lapels?
Yeah, the big lapels, collars. Yeah, some of it was crazy, but
I love it all.
They do a nice job of it, man. God.
so when was RDJ in this movie? You said that he had a cameo,
Yes.
a quirky cameo.
See Nixon?
No, he's the dead body that Gosling finds.
Oh,
He's Sid Shattuck.
he didn't even have a
What? That's the
speaking line.
stupidest cameo. Why wouldn't they just
They
have
pay him
anybody
$5
do that?
million
Yeah.
to lay there.
Because he's buddies with the guy that directed the movie.
Oh,
And
so he just was around.
the guy wanted him in the movie, so he's like, all right, fuck it. I'll come and be a dead
You
body.
can't even see the guy's face.
No, you can't see his face, but that's who he is in this. What aged the worst besides your breathing?
I mean,
I guess Sigs. I don't know.
but I don't see how that aged the worst because it's a period piece about the 70s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing, dude. This movie's sick.
It is.
This movie is good, man. I mean, the plot gets a little loopy at times, but
It's hard to follow every once in a while. Like,
Yeah.
wait, who? What happened?
yeah, every once in a while, because there's a lot of like names and characters that are interjected into it. But that's like a typical detective movie. You know, you're gonna have that kind of shit. Hottest take. I think this is Gosling's best comedic role.
I think it was the worst bad guy ever casted.
For what, John?
Face.
The
Oh,
worst
Blueface was the
bad
worst guy
guy
I've seen.
I've ever seen in a film.
I've never
He
wanted someone
reminded
to
me-
die more quickly.
Before we even get to it, the worst overacting I've ever seen.
He reminded me of in
It was so bad.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the guy Tex.
Yeah,
He reminded me of that guy.
dude, he should quit. The director for freaking whoever hired him.
Yeah, because
Done.
on one hand, it was good because he was hateable, but also
Super hateable.
the acting wasn't good
You
enough.
could be way better.
You need to be hateable, but still be a good actor.
Yeah, like John Boy, perfect. Hateable, bad actor, perfect. This
thought he
guy
was
was
pretty- no, I thought he
hateable
was good
in
at
a
I thought he was good acting, though.
horrific
I thought
actor.
the John Boy acting was good.
Okay, boom. Way better than Blueface.
Yeah.
Make John Boy Blueface.
Okay.
You
And then
needed
who plays John Boy? You want to get Bruce
Get
Willis?
Robert Downey. Give him that freaking job.
That guy had the eyes down.
Yeah.
He was a psychopath, though.
He did. He was good at that. Let's get into awards and superlatives. Who's the MVP?
I'm gonna say Holly is the MVP.
Yeah.
She saved the day multiple times. They would not have. They would not have actually solved the case without her.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Like I said earlier, guys, we have the movie playing on in the background, and I totally forgot about this scene. For some reason,
Oh, yeah.
Gosling has this infatuation with the Department of Justice assistant girl, this black girl. And after Holly knocks her out basically with the cold coffee slip, Gosling can't bear to see her laying down, so he finds a pillow and puts it under her head.
And then he feels her hair. Yeah, he feels her hair.
Yeah, he's like, "That's not you.
God.
You're not a murderer." And he's like, "She just admitted that she killed 3 people." It's like, "But deep down,
But
you're
deep
not."
down, no, I don't think you hurt her. So good, man.
That guy's from something. Monsters Inc. I think he was.
You think he's
Wazowski's
Mr.
boss?
Waternoose?
Water News?
That's his name.
Oh my god.
The spider, Mr. Waternoose.
Oh, I thought he was a crab.
He was a crab
Mm,
spider.
Oh, okay.
He was a hybrid.
yeah.
Spider crabs.
Yeah, buddy. All right. I got Gosling as my MVP because he makes this a lot of fun for me to watch because he's fucking dumb, but also smart and also figures out everything in this. But he's like one of the most like incapable at the same time. So I don't know how the fuck he pulled this off, but his comedy is great in it. And he's my favorite person to watch in this movie.
I think I go Russ because without him, it's just a stupid movie. but Russ has so much pedigree that it's like, okay, I'll watch it.
That's a good point.
He makes it a movie. He's like the glue.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Who you
And
got?
his fight scenes are great.
Yes.
His fight scenes are great, man. He's good at it.
And he plays the dad role. He kind of keeps everything together. And he's the muscle.
Who do you got for best supporting role? This is where I have Holly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. She's got to be Holly or Misty Mountains.
Okay. She brings
man.
the heart to the movie.
Yeah.
She brings an element to it that you don't get in a typical buddy cop movie. Which they're not cops, but you get my drift. Best overacting.
Next fucking question.
You're going Blueface.
Worst I've ever seen. I'm going to actually look up his name so we can call him out. I hope he sees this.
I've got Gosling screaming. He screams in this twice. The first time is when Russell Crowe breaks his arm. He's like, give me your arm. He's like, no. Give me your arm. No. It's like, all right, when you go to the hospital, tell them you have a broken left radius right here. They'll be able to take care of you.
Yes.
And then he goes,
yes.
Also,
and when he screams, when he sees
so much worse off from that. Also, wouldn't be this part of your arm that breaks if you're getting twisted here, it'd be your shoulder, and he would be in a full arm sling.
It's
Okay, Bo Knapp is Blueface. Movies he's in that are famous: The Signal, Run All Night, Southpaw, The Gift,
Run All Night, and Southpaw.
Death Wish.
What?
Yep.
I felt like I had seen him before, but he was so
Roadhouse, The Bike Riders,
the new Roadhouse,
and the new Bike Riders with Austin Butler and Tom Hardy.
Huh. Oh, note to self: don't watch those movies.
Yeah, I mean, he's 35. He's from LA. He's 6 foot.
Blueface. All right.
I mean,
okay, but above average. I'm sorry, for Hollywood, that's tall.
that's huge.
For Hollywood, that is ginormous.
I just found out Rogan was 5'4".
Oh, dude, yeah, he's super tiny.
Who's actually giant in Hollywood? McConaughey.
No, that weird Carrot Top guy.
Carrot Top?
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
Super
but
tall.
who's the Carrot Top guy that's
Will Ferrell.
super tall?
Carrot Top.
No, not Carrot Top
Are
short.
you saying red hair?
Andy Cohen?
Milanakis.
Conan, that's it. Conan
O'Brien.
O'Brien.
Just say redhead, not Carrot.
Will Ferrell's 6'4".
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of the comedy guys.
He's handsome tall. Vince Vaughn is stop what you're eating tall.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's like a legit 6'5". Yeah. Tom Cruise, tall guy.
Yeah, dude, he's massive.
Most unrealistic scene, God, I feel like there's half a dozen. But
Blueface.
It's not a realistic movie at all.
and just Blueface and anything, I'm gonna say that these two get in several shootouts, but don't even get hit once.
Yeah, I mean they're hiding behind drugs.
Yeah, the shooting is pretty ridiculous.
It's absurd.
Ugh.
All right,
Can't stop staring at Blueface.
Kennedy, this is where you come in, buddy. This is your wheelhouse. Best needle drop.
Oh, I have I think 2.
Yeah.
The one that I played at the beginning before the cast, Brick by Daz, plays at I'd never heard this before, but it plays at the party and it's funky.
It's funky.
I would love to play it. I don't know if we're allowed to do that on the cast.
No, we can't do it.
Okay, well,
Absolutely not.
For all of our listeners out there, look up Brick by Dazz. That's funky. And then Horse with No Name, which I didn't really love that song, but in this movie, it was nice. They didn't play any of the lyrics. They just played the instrumental part.
Yeah.
And it sounded great.
I mean, I had in there Papa Where's a Rolling Stone, but I'm going to defer to you on this because I love that jam when they get to the party, man.
Yeah.
The party is just great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect party mix. Absolutely perfect.
Yep.
All right. So this movie has little cult classic status. Found most of its audience post theaters. No sequel. We talked about that. Gosling joked in an interview that even Angry Birds got a sequel. Kind of surprised that we didn't. That's kind of brutal. You can kind of feel echoes of Nice Guys in the show. I don't know if you guys have seen the show Barry.
I've seen clips of it with Bill Hader.
Yes. Bill Hader is like a
Similar, very
hold the phone.
very violent, but it's not like you never get that stressed out.
Can you back up from the microphone? Jesus H. Christ. Colin, I can hear every crunch.
I thought about that before I did it. Thought it'd be okay.
All of your ice is clumped together. It looks like you just swallowed an ice cream.
Colin, I just want to go to take a bite because it's one huge cube.
It's just one huge cube. Hold that up for the camera.
Well,
Jesus Christ. Let's have some decorum. God damn.
Have some decorum.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, be a pro. At least pretend to be. Plus, it did make buddy comedies feel cool again for a second. I don't think we've had a lot of buddy comedies since this movie, unless I'm missing a couple that you guys can think of.
I don't know.
Stuff that hasn't been.
I think the downfall of this movie is just that it came out at a time when you had massive series popping off and Netflix taking off and Hulu and Disney
protests.
No, not yet with the protests, but I guess
yes, protests.
Yeah.
We were at Towson
Lighting fires on a building.
Jesus. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot of shit going on, but you're right. I mean, the streaming stuff was
Game of
taking
Thrones,
off.
dude. People were in that world. People weren't going to the movies. They were staying home watching HBO. And I didn't this is a movie that I loved. And I didn't hear about it until, I'd seen trailers, but I watched it for the first time today.
Yeah.
And I love it.
It's great.
But it's on me and all the other people in America that were like, let's just fucking watch HBO instead of going to the movies.
Yeah.
When there's a great movie out like this.
It's a fucking awesome movie. And it's not like it lacks stars. It's got star power. Sometimes you get like movies that have
it's got too many
stars. Sometimes you get movies that have stars in it, but it's just a shit plot and the stars carry it. But this is great, man. It's a nice little balance of action, comedy, drama, family stuff, fun stuff like the porn industry, and it's a good balance, man. If you were to make it now in 2025, you think it's a movie? You think it's a Netflix series?
They would make it a series and it would be good for like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Then you'd forget about it.
I think
I'm starting to feel like we need to get more movies back.
We got
too many fucking series.
I think the reason is there's more money in the series because people aren't paying for theaters, but who's paying? HBO, Paramount. So all the big actors and shit are doing that because you get a ton of money per episode. You also get a promise of you're going to have another season, not a fucking sequel to the movie, but you're going to get another season.
Well, dude, it was at the time though. It was really nice. Like
it was
Breaking
cool.
Bad.
Go to the movies.
I'm saying for the series when they first were really like Sopranos kicked it off kind of, and then you have Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, all in the same decade, and there's a bunch of other ones. Those are all the ones that I watched, but
it feels like everything tries to be a series now.
Yeah.
Instead of the series could have been a movie. Now you get stuff like Severance, which is you need the time to be able to tell that story, and it's nice.
I like it more.
But
more time.
You get more time with the characters, and you get more development with them and more plot stuff, which is great when you have a story like that. But a lot of these things that get made into series or mini series, like you could have just done a movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are stupid.
Too many. Like, I get it that's where a lot of the money is now, and that's where some of these actors are going towards because that is where the money is, and I get that, but we need some movies.
Dude, since we started doing this podcast, it's made me realize that how cool movies actually are.
Yeah.
I love series too, but we've been neglecting just good old fashioned movies. You don't need Inglourious Bastards to be a fucking series.
No.
It's get it done in a movie.
Yeah. I mean,
get old as a series.
I just like it because a series makes me look forward to like a Friday or Sunday night for it to come out. It's like, I know it's going to go on for 10 weeks at least. It just feels cool.
Well, that's the other thing that's changed too, is when, for me, it was Game of Thrones. I started that pretty much at the beginning, and I was watching them as they came out. Yeah. And then every week, dude, they play that recap, and they have the high pitched thing. Dude, and you're watching the recap like, this is intense. And then, but then you go on Netflix and you can just watch 60 episodes. It's not as cool. It's nice for one day of binging, but
you watched it, right, Shane?
Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Didn't you read it?
Yeah, boy. Come on now.
He's like the wizard of it.
I love
read the books, but that's a series.
Did you read them too?
I read 1.5 of them.
That's a series that is trying to go off of the books. Now they don't stick to the books.
You couldn't do a movie.
No, it's too vast.
There's too much detail.
World.
There's too many characters. It's a whole entire world. The Harry Potter stuff is interesting because they made movies out of something that you could have made a series.
They are making a series, yeah.
Which I mean, I don't have that many thoughts on it yet. I haven't seen any of the trailers.
I'm not
like that, but
I'm down to give it a try.
I'll give it a try.
Big Potter guy too.
Pumped.
I don't know how you're gonna replace Voldemort as the biggest problem, because that guy was fucking.
Also, sidebar, just thought of this. We need to bring back Johnny Depp. He needs to get into something.
Johnny is.
I love him.
He is. I was trying to put together our list of movies, and for the audience, we have like a list that is growing every day, but it's at like 350 plus movies. Not a lot include him in it, which is interesting to me because he makes some funky choices.
Did you put Fear and Loathing on there?
No.
That's a good one.
I have Blow in there.
A great movie.
I have
Gilbert Grape.
Great movie.
I don't have Gilbert Grape in there.
Departed?
I've got Departed, but he's not in Departed.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Gilbert Grape.
Is he a corpse the way that Downey is?
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I guess
those are great,
but I don't.
At least the first one was great.
The first one,
it's good. I just like don't get out of bed for that.
Let's get back on topic. Let's do plot holes real quick. Amelia, this fucking guy. I swear to God.
Amelia, plot hole.
Yeah, her motivations get murky real fast. Like, I don't know. What is this girl up to?
You don't have to follow the plot too much in this. Just
you can be on
relax.
Your
just watch. Yeah, dude. I was paying attention, but I zoned in and out.
You brought up one about his arm getting broken. Should have been his.
Yeah, he said it's a spiral. So he said a spiral fracture of the left radius, which is in your forearm. But that would be what this fracture is up in the shoulder.
Yeah,
it's one of the most gnarly fractures. Like, you don't ever come back from it. And he's just like, yeah, you broke my arm, and he's fine.
Yeah,
like, you'd be fucked from
break the wrist, walk away.
Yeah.
All right, let's do trivia. So we already covered one. Robert Downey is the dead body.
Okay.
He does a quick cameo.
Really dumb.
Kind of a dumb one. Hannibal Buress voices the bee.
I thought I recognized the voice, but I couldn't put the name to it.
I mean, that was such a small part.
Yeah, he was in there for 10 seconds and Gosling falls asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
Gosling improvised almost all of his slapstick moments.
I believe it.
Very good.
Quick-witted gentleman.
Crowe gave him some advice on the bathroom stall scene. So he was trying to do it, and Russell Crowe was like telling him, you got to use your heel and do this and put the cigarette down and whatever. He gave him some advice.
Cigarette right in his crotch.
Yeah.
The project was initially proposed as a TV series.
Wow.
And then they retold it as a film after the plot seemed to be going nowhere. Crowe and Gosling were both child actors who dropped out of high school to pursue their careers. Neither one of them had any formal training in acting.
Wow.
Just fucking impressive for being two of the...
Wait, how was he? He was a child
20
actor?
They both can remember the Titans.
Crow?
This kid's an idiot. The party at Sid Shattuck's place is actually the Atlanta home of a hip-hop producer named Dallas Austin. So it's a real house. I think they filmed a lot of this in Atlanta. They didn't film it in LA, which is interesting. The home was featured in MTV Cribs.
Why was the one lady talking about Detroit?
The car industry.
Yeah, the car industry. We got to bring
That's
this
where
in.
GM was.
At one point, I was like, "Oh, they're in Detroit," but now I'm like, "Wait,
Yeah.
they're not in Detroit."
We had to do it for the people of Detroit. Oh, really? The people of Detroit got together. They had a vote.
Yeah.
Said Amelia had to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
That was weird. Downtown Atlanta was, like I said, was where they shot this. Doubles as 1970s Los Angeles. Prop cars were given California plates, and the car was painted to resemble 70s era LA cabs with Hollywood Taxi Company. The film takes place in 1977, so seems like a good year.
Yeah.
Um,
Great year.
boys, any final thoughts before we get to the verdict?
Love me some Gosling.
Maybe, yeah. Loved Gosling. I agree with you, Shane. Probably his best comedic role, if not best role, and
Wow.
it made me want to see more Russell Crowe. I feel like he needs to get back out there.
Yep.
Agreed.
He's just too good.
Made me want to see a little Johnny Depp.
I don't know why. I really don't know why.
I don't know.
You think Edward Scissorhands should have made an appearance?
I just, maybe he could have been Blueface.
Yeah, that would
Edward
work.
Scissorhands?
He kind of looked like him.
No, just Johnny Depp, not
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, okay. Just Johnny Depp. Maybe.
Amelia?
Yeah.
Where is she? Actually, he's done cameos before in like 21 Jump Street. He did a cameo.
Did he?
in yes, he's in 21 Jump Street. He is the he pretends like he's an undercover in the biker gang, and then his office knows he's
Yeah.
like, "Motherfuckers, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Infiltration, you motherfuckers ruined my case."
Nasty nose.
Ah, gross nose, man.
Like a Griselda nose.
All right, let's get a verdict. What's your score out of 10?
I'll give it a 5.9.
What?
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
You are
It's not?
disgusting.
I thought it was great.
I mean,
I love
it's
it.
a good, fuck off movie, but it's not a good movie.
Well, it's a comedy.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, 6-1.
Jesus Christ.
Twist my
Dude,
arm.
I'm in the 8s.
Yes. Yes. As am I.
Wow.
8.5 for me.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an 8. Give it an 8-8.
It's a fun watch,
Wow.
man. It's
Yeah.
a fun
And I wanted to say 8-9, but I'm going to be realistic. Give it.
Okay.
So 6-1.
Maybe if Johnny Depp was in it, he'd give it. He'd give
Exactly.
All right. Well, what do you got?
So we got 6-1, 8.5, 8.8. What does that bring us?
Wait, I thought you said 5-9.
Like a 7-9.
Yeah, change it to 6-1.
That's
I don't
probably,
think you could
like a
change.
7-9.
Yeah,
Are you
probably that
allowed to
good.
change?
Well, I felt bad.
You should feel bad. It's a fun movie to watch.
It's
man.
fun. It's just not a good
Okay,
movie.
here's a good way of how to rate it. Would you watch it again? And how long would it take?
I
you to
would
watch
not
it?
watch it again.
Really?
Ever in your
there's
life?
so many other things to watch.
True, you are watching like
A
You're
lot.
watching too much.
I would love a sequel. That's what made me
Yes.
think this is good.
Yes.
I would love a sequel. I would watch a sequel.
Yeah, I'm sticking strong with the 8-8.
I'm just not
Maybe it's high, but
Blueface really ruined the movie for me, dude.
That's what it is.
Yes.
He's your Kim.
maybe
He's like,
John
yeah.
Travolta would have been a good.
Oh.
Now we're talking.
Or Danny DeVito.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Jeez. Amelia. Where is she?
They threw her in the trash. All right.
Oh my God. All right. One sentence takeaway. Nice Guys is what happens when noir, slapstick, and two perfect leads collide in the 1970s chaos. So would you recommend it? I say 100%. Any fan of Lethal Weapon, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, any other kind of great character-driven comedy, go for it. I think it's a great watch. So that's a wrap on Nice Guys. If you're breaking arms for a living, maybe take a day off. All right. Next time on the Night Shift, we're doing Man on Fire. So all you Denzel fans, get ready. All right. Follow, subscribe, leave a review, stay tuned, and remember, just because you're not nice doesn't mean that you're not a guy for the job. Night Shift out.